my name is Rachel Jones, and I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond. I live in Utah, and today I'm going to talk about how to grow your prospects. When we first began doTERRA, we began with a names list. And in that names list, maybe you're applying or one of your business partners have challenged you to do a 100 names list. Well, now as you're going to reach the rank of Premier, we're looking at expanding that now. If I am feeling like I don't have anything to give anymore, I've reached my whole 100 names list, I don't have any more prospects or contacts out there, well, guess what? You can always get more. You can join a yoga studio and make new friends there. Some of the things that I've done is actually becoming friends with the owners or the instructors and building that relationship. And so you're going to be able to add that as one of your new prospects to grow your business. Another thing you may be interested in is that you love to read. So what could you do there? You could actually join a book group. You could go on some Facebook groups that talk about new books coming out, and so you start putting your making comments on their pages and putting yourself out there, and then getting in with their new book group. You can go to a karate studio if you love karate. Maybe there's something that you love but you haven't ever given it a try. Maybe you haven't ever joined that class, and so in that area, you can start building the relationships in that group. That's one of the ways to start expanding your influence, because they're going to start seeing you and looking at you as somebody that they like and they want to hang out with. And then after that, they start getting to know you. And now you have the opportunity to start talking about more personal things and asking them about what they do. And then they may respond and ask you what you do. And so then that can, go into the whole conversation of, starting in with the questions that you may ask to, get them started into looking at doTERRA as a natural form of healthcare. Another way that you can grow your prospects is by asking yourself some questions and spending time in this process. And one of the questions could be, who can I easily connect to? Who looks up to me? Who are my close friends? Who do I look up to as, people who influence me? Another question could be, who's in my warm market? You've had people give you business cards. You've had people in your church, your neighborhood, your Facebook groups, your coworkers, your colleagues. And then another question could be, who am I related to? Your family members, your children, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your in-laws, parents. Who is interested in this? There's people who are in the fitness industry, in natural health, in the green or organic, their family value area. Think of things that you, like people who you've been contacting with things that you've purchased. Maybe it's even somebody that works at Costco that you want to get to know better, and you start building a relationship every time you go in there, and you can, build your relationship even further by asking them questions about their life. After you have gone through the different people in your life and different groups, and you're adding new names, you may get another long list, and you may be asking, where am I going to put all those things? Well, you can put it on spreadsheets. You can put them on just a piece of paper that you organize in your files. You can have an app. I know sharesuccess.com has an app that they use, and you can put your contacts in there that also has a contact manager. The way I do it is not the organized way, but I do like sticky notes, and I put it in a certain place, and sometimes it's not, but for me, I know where they are. And so that may not be the most congruent way, but everybody is different and they work differently. So know your style If a spreadsheet isn't going to work for you, then do it the way that feels right to you, and so you know where to go and where to find that list and go back to all the time. And another way I like to do it is actually in my notes in my phone, and you could just have it under new prospects, and then you can put their name. I like to also put like what we talked about. Maybe they had this specific ailment that I want to make sure to write down, and their phone number, and get their information that I can reach them again sometime. And so that moves right into the effective sampling. So when we have these lists, we are, so ready to be able to start sharing with these people. Now we can go into those yoga studios and do our yoga, or into those in your art classes or whatever it is, and make sure that you're prepared. So what I do is I always have extra samples on hand. And a sample can just be a drop of oil in the hand. It could be a little mini quarter dram bottle that you can get from Oil Life or Aroma Tools or Amazon.com. And you can just fill it with 10 to 15 drops of oil. Those are really simple ways to be able to share with somebody. We have the deep blue samples, we have the toothpaste samples, we have the hair care samples. But for me, it's really simple if I just have something on hand, fits easily, and it's very small in my pocket. Even doTERRA has the new samples that you can get, and those are super convenient, and you can put your information right on the back. And sometimes I leave some samples open so I can, if there's specific needs. And so I will have all my oils usually with me. I have a small case that actually has my every oils, like in my car or at my house or something like that, that is convenient. When I travel, I always bring all my oils, so then I always have something to be able to make up for somebody. So that's a really great way. So when we're approaching somebody that we want to share with, we're going to ask them if it's okay if we share something natural with them, and if they're open to natural things. And if they say yes, then say, all right, so if I gave you a sample for your head tension, would you use it? That's a good way to get started. So then you're not just handing out free samples all the time, because then your pockets are going to be empty. And another thing to do is make sure that after you share the sample with them, that you get their information. So we hand them the sample and say, I would love to connect with you. Is that okay if I follow up with you in a few days? And then they let you know yes or no. And then if they say yes, say, great. What's your email? What's your Facebook? What is it that you like to connect best with people? For me, I like to ask them for what their Facebook information is. And if they are on Facebook, if they're not, they're like, I never go on Facebook. So that wouldn't be the right place to go. So then I would actually go and say, well, can I get your phone number? Can I get your email? Can I get your Twitter account information? So that means that you can reach them in a couple days, and they said they would be happy to share with you what, after a few days, what happened when they used the oil that you gave them for their head tension, right? So that's important to do that. And then schedule it in your calendar for a couple days away and say, remind me to, talk to this person, has their phone number. So it's really simple to be able to get back with them and contact them and ask them how they are feeling after using that oil. When we share the samples, it's a really great idea to have some information for them that they can go and look up maybe some of their ailments that they have. So we talked about it, but I may have only given them 1 to 3 samples. And so with those, they can go and see what lavender does for their sleep and what Serenity does for their stress, right? So those are different things that they can look up, and you don't need to spend the time like having a mini class when you've just got a couple seconds to share with them. So a pamphlet or your business card or your website that you can give to them. Make sure that they have a way that they can research you and they can follow up with you even before you get back to them. By applying some of these tips and tools that I gave you, I know that you'll be able to grow your prospects and sample more effectively. Good luck in your journey.